Has it been a long time since I made a video. I've been turkey hunting, went out there, they keep getting hung up on me. Hunting in these Tennessee mountains and also trying to balance work and home and all that sort of thing. It's really tough. So been going in and out of the field. 101st loves to go out to the field. So I've been doing fire support exercises so far, shooting off mortars and artillery and simulated casts because America doesn't have money to fly airplanes now. Just been busy, busy, busy. Today is gonna be smoking a Boston pork butt on the Pit Boss smoker. So if you're interested in this sort of cooking stuff, stay tuned. It's gonna be a good one. So the Pit Boss we're gonna be using is the Lexington. If you haven't looked into these, it's an awesome smoker. Definitely recommend it. Here's the cover for it. So the first thing that you want to do is if you've been working with the smoker before with different pellets, you want to go ahead and empty out what you had in the hopper. So how you do that is it has this little attachment right here. You just unscrew it and you pull it out, and it's got like, see if we can get it to focus. It's got like this little tray right down in there that comes out and that allows all your pellets to come out. And then you got this little plastic piece. You just pop it off, have like a bucket or something underneath it to be able to catch all the pellets. I just went out to Walmart. Walmart carries all the pellets. These are the Pit Boss Pellets competition blend. So it's pretty much good for any sort of meat, whether if you're cooking chicken, pork, beef, fish, really anything. We're gonna go ahead and dump in this competition blend and put the rest of the pieces in there. That's another thing, if you've been working with your smoker, you want to pull the components out of it and clean it up, because that fat and grease that's left over, it's not good for it, and it will eventually mold on you, and you don't want that to be fed to your kids or anything like that, or if you have guests coming over to the house. So clean your smoker. This is the Boston butt I got. It's from the chopping block. They do like their own butchering. So here's the price. This is the rub we're going with. It's a sweet heat rub by Pit Boss. We have the sprayer. You can pick up the sprayer. It's kind of like an injector and sprayer all in one. You can pick this up at Home Depot. I think it's like 10 bucks. The bottle is like glass, so it's not plastic. And we'll get into this stuff here in just a second. I'll explain what I'm gonna do. So the first thing I like to do is go ahead and put a coat of Dijon mustard. Some people like using regular yellow mustard, but this mustard works the best for me. I like it. So we'll go ahead and put a coat of that on there. So now we're all coated up. Next step, put on the rub. So now we're all coated up. Next step is we're going to inject it. So what I like to do is inject it with apple cider vinegar and nothing else. Some people like to mix some apple juice in with it, but me, I like the North Carolina type barbecue, so really I just inject it with this, and I get pretty generous with it, so I'll show you how that looks. So essentially what I do is I go down the side, I do it 3 times. I come in from the top, I do it 3 times, I skip a couple inches, and then just keep doing it 3 times on down. So that way all pieces are injected. Then I go down this side of it, do the same thing, and on the back side. So far as the underneath with the fat cap, I don't do anything on that side because obviously I'm putting a decent amount in it already, and it should be all covered up from there. All right, now we're all injected. Next step is to wrap it in saran wrap. So now we're all wrapped up. It's ready to go in the fridge, and I'll tell you my next tip, which is a big one. What to do is right before you go to cook any sort of thing, so far as steak, ribs, brisket, anything, you want to pull it out at least an hour to 2 hours prior to you cooking it, so that way it at least starts getting the room temperature, so that way you don't put it on the grill or the smoker like extremely cold. Now once all your components are clean, you of course want to go ahead and fire up your smoker, crank up the heat, so that way it burns off all the bacteria, and if you used any chemicals to be able to clean, it goes ahead and burns everything off and makes it safe once again to go ahead and use. So now my smoker's ready. The meat's in the fridge. It's ready to be pulled out in the morning. And the next step, hey, y'all see me in the morning, bright and early. We got the Boston butt pulled out. We got the smoker on, set on 225, and just gonna go ahead and throw it on, Cook it low and slow. So this right here is my setup. We got it set up on 225. Got the probe plugged in. I run the cord to the back side. It's got like the little smoke hole, so that way it's not messing with the door. And I set it up on the left-hand side and make sure you put some water in there to keep it hydrated. So you just got to check that water pan and make sure you keep water in it. So it's 6 a.m. right now. I plan on spritzing it with the apple cider every hour. So I'll probably end up seeing y'all here in about 2 to 3 hours. All right, we're 2 hours in. She's looking good. Looking good. All right, we're at 8 hours in. We're sitting at 166 internal. Looking good. We're at 190 degrees. We're gonna go ahead and pull this thing. Looking good. We're gonna pull it and wrap it in some butcher paper. And once you wrap it, normally I wrap it up with butcher paper, then wrap it in a towel, stick it in a cooler, and just let it sit for an hour. And that's gonna completely break it down for you and make it super, super tender. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and get this thing out of the butcher paper here. Y'all are gonna see it first. Before I dig into this, let's go ahead and see how tender it is. Oh yeah, it's gonna come right apart right there. And we'll go ahead and start pulling it apart. Hey buddy, look at that smoke ring. There you have it, folks. Took about 13 hours, 13 and a half hours. Go ahead for a taste test. Wouldn't change anything up. It's amazing as always. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. I am planning on finishing up that taxidermy, so you want to stay tuned for that. Got a snow goose in the works, and then also going to be working on a pintail. So I'll see y'all next time.